Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Sixers basketball is back, baby. Sixers basketball is back. What's going on, everyone? The Philadelphia 76ers fall by a final score of 102-97 to the Oklahoma City Thunder in their second scrimmage here in the bubble. Guys stepped up, other guys disappeared. I saw things I loved, I saw things I hated, and overall, Andre Roberson, of all people, seals the game against the Sixers. Despite a 24-point deficit, the OKC Thunder come all the way back, and Andre Roberson hits the final 2 threes to seal the game. What's going on, everybody? Again, another Sixers post-game reaction where we cover every single game. And this one, the Sixers started out hot once again. Just like the other day against the Grizzlies, the Sixers were in sync. Everything was going very smooth. I like the way guys came out. Our starters did what they needed to in some aspects. But overall, this was a completely different game than the Memphis Grizzlies. The OKC Thunder came out with a lot of aggression. They were just all over the Sixers today in every single facet. I liked how the Sixers came out to start this game. Guys like Tobias had a couple nice shots at the beginning. Al Horford hit 3 threes in a row in the first quarter. I was like, is this guy possessed? What is going on? But as the game went on, certain guys were exposed. Now, Brett Brown allowed his team to fall after going up 24 points in the third quarter. Just a Sixers thing, you know, but overall, I'm not going to get too mad at this given that it is a scrimmage. And in the fourth quarter, when we dropped that lead, there were guys in there playing like Mario Shayok and Kyle O'Quinn and guys of that caliber. But some of our key bench players were also in there. So we can't just overlook it and just say, oh, you know, it is what it is. But, another scrimmage today. This one was 12-minute quarters, so we got more of a sense of a realistic game feeling. OKC scored over 100 on us. They scored over 100 despite shooting terrible from three-point range. They shot 29% from three-point range and beat the Sixers, who shot almost 36% and for some time were much above 40. The way the Sixers came out on this game, I liked it. We started off, 5 for 9 from the three-point range. We were going absolutely nuts. Guys were engaged. Joel Embiid did not play this game, as we had mentioned earlier on the pregame live. Was out with some calf discomfort. I don't think it's serious. Probably day-to-day. They don't want to risk it. Hopefully he'll come back, can get that out of the way, and we'll be okay. Ben Simmons had a great game. I loved again what I saw from Ben Simmons, even though he did not shoot a 3, which I was surprised about. We'll get into a little bit more as to why I think he didn't. Ben Simmons still had a great game. Looks very comfortable at the 4. Was facilitating, was setting guys up, was throwing it down. A couple great passes. I saw a dart behind the back, and Tobias proceeded to miss a 3. I saw him, go very shifty behind the back and dish it out. I think it was to Shake Milton who knocked one down. Ben Simmons looked very comfortable. He was on the ball a lot more today. I was surprised. Shake wasn't really the main guy, I would say, on the ball. They were switching it up a lot, which was crazy to me. But Ben Simmons overall really was the one that I focused in on, and he had a great game. He was on the defensive side of the ball. He was probably the best defender for the Sixers today. He was fighting around screens. He was just going hard on every single play, and that's what I loved to see. Ben Simmons was very engaged. He was all over these guys. He was all over, fighting through whatever he could. Ben Simmons, to me, had a great game. He went and finished with, how many points did Ben Simmons have? Let's see. Ben Simmons, 14 points, 9 assists, and 11 rebounds. Just one away from that triple-double. I mean, he almost had it at halftime. I think he had like 7, 6, and 6. Ben Simmons almost notched a triple-double. 5 for 10 from the floor. No three-pointer shot. But overall, a solid game from Ben Simmons. Tobias Harris, on the other hand, really, what he tends to get criticized for, showing up one game and the next game he's very silent. He had a poor game. 4 for 11 from the field, 1 for 4 from behind the arc. Only 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Tobias, he was in there, but he really just was not hitting. I saw him kind of taking a lot of off-balance shots. He just really did not seem to be finding his space on the floor. And I didn't like the way that Tobias Harris played today. I'll be honest. I did not like the way that he played. Al Horford, oh my gosh. I mean, this guy comes out. He knocks down back-to-back-to-back threes, Al Horford, and I'm like, holy crap. And then he goes ahead and hits another one. What did he have, 4 threes today? Al Horford, 4 for 5 from behind the arc, 4 for 7 from the field, 13 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. But, I mean, oh my gosh, talk about getting torched on the defensive side of the ball. It is bad. Al Horford, I still cannot believe we paid this guy $100 million to come off the bench. I'm watching the same thing over and over and over. I mean, whether it's, Dennis Schroeder, whether it's a guy who's really an unbelievable pick and roll player in Chris Paul. I mean, every single possession they come down, Ben Simmons is trying to fight through a screen, or whoever else, Tobias, whoever. Right around the free throw line, they're trying to fight around a screen. The point guard rolls around, and Al Horford, I'm so tired of it. It's like he's the only one that doesn't get it. He does not step up on the screens. Norvell Pell, another guy, he had a great game today. Norvell, I loved what I saw from him. I don't think he's going to end up making the playoff rotation. But the minutes he was able to play today because of Joel Embiid playing out, I thought that Norvell Pell honestly had a good game. He only had 6 points and 6 rebounds, but on the defensive side of the ball, he had to have had like 2 or 3 blocks. He was engaged. He was going up, really just fighting at the rim, and I loved what I saw from Norvell Pell. He played better defense than Al Horford. He would at least step up on some damn screens. I don't understand this whole thing with Al Horford. It's like every single night. We talked about it all season. Yes, Al Horford was engaged a little bit more, came out on Steven Adams, tried to rip him a couple times, but in the pick and roll game is where we get absolutely torched. These opposing guards literally pull up every time, and Al Horford doesn't step up. They get a free mid-range shot every single time, and I'm tired of it. Overall, I thought the Sixers starters did okay, but with the OKC Thunder, their defense was very, just on the ball today. They were aggressive, tenacious. The main thing I did not like today was Brett Brown. And in terms of how he had designed these plays or whatever, or what he was coaching. I mean, the Sixers, so many guys just sitting in the corner. Guys had to make their own play today. They had to make their own shot. That's why Tobias was uncomfortable and struggling. Furkan Korkmaz hit a couple nice threes. He had a nice step back from 3, by the way. But overall, I'm seeing Furkan trying to dribble, getting plucked. I'm seeing Matisse try to dribble, getting plucked. Shake even a couple times got plucked, even though Shake did have a nice game. He had a couple deep threes. I think it was in the 3rd or the 4th quarter. Finished with 11 points, 3 for 6 from behind the arc. Shake Milton had a good game, but these guys, like Al Horford, just cannot set screens, and without Joel Embiid, it just shows me that the presence of Embiid is missed so much. Guys really were trying to create their own shot, and it was not working. Same thing with Ben Simmons. He was on the ball for a majority of the time, and no one was setting him off-ball screens to roll out to the corner, catch and shoot. That's why I really think he did not pull up. I'm not expecting Ben to pull up with a dribble pull-up or whatever, a crossover, hesitation, step back. I'm not expecting that from Ben Simmons. But you got to get these guys open. I'm seeing too much isolation and guys just sitting still, even in the post. Later on, we saw garbage minutes and stuff. Mike Scott, he did not play well at all. A -26. Kyle O'Quinn, a -17. Shayok, a -16. These guys cannot make the roster, right? They can't make the playoff rotation. Alec Burks had a couple nice plays. I remember he came off some pick and rolls. Alec Burks has been good at coming off the pick and rolls, and he had a couple shots, finished with 13.6 rebounds and an assist, but he was also a -14. Glenn Robinson III went out at halftime, did not return with a hit pointer, but I liked what I saw from him. He was on the boards. He was aggressive. He had a couple nice shots. That's what we brought these guys over to do, right? Is to hit shots. And I know our starters had dominated. They were up. They went up 20, whatever, in the 3rd quarter. But after that, even with these other guys, OKC sat their starters. They sat Steven Adams, Chris Paul, and what happens? They come all the way back and come back on the Sixers. Not a good look. Guys on OKC were just feisty. They had a couple technicals called. OKC just was honestly playing harder than the Sixers today, and it looked like a step back. It kind of referenced some of the games earlier in the season where the Sixers just did not come out with that energy. The Sixers only had 14 points in the paint at halftime. I'm not sure what we finished with, but overall, these guys got to step up. Obviously, we missed the presence of Joel Embiid. I'm not going to overthink this too much. Ben Simmons, an amazing game. I still want to see him shoot, but I got to see guys moving more off the ball, getting open, setting screens, and really just fighting. I saw a lot of offensive rebounds for OKC where our guys didn't even go up. Again, Al Horford, he just does not jump. He does not jump. He can slide his feet all he wants, but he's just a slug. He's way too slow. And OKC just came out with more energy going down the stretch, and they just wanted it more. But overall, we just were not able to maintain that, and the Sixers got to be able to shoot. They got to be able to be on their game, and we have to have that guy that we can give the ball to that can go get us a bucket. And really, there was just no consistent guy like that today, even though Shake made a couple shots, Tobias made a few. Ben Simmons was on it. I mean, I love what I'm seeing, like I said, all around from Ben Simmons. The Sixers even did like some chant on the bench during the fourth quarter as we're dropping a lead. You know, guys goes makes a free throw, everyone stands up and then falls down. Like, what is going on? But overall, I mean, a decent performance from the starters. But as these garbage minute guys came in, going from starting the third quarter on a 17-7 run to eventually dropping a 24-point lead and losing in the fourth. Just a sour taste, but in the end, just a scrimmage. I'm excited to see what kind of minutes our starters play next game on Tuesday night against the Dallas Mavericks. And hopefully we'll be ready, and I want to see these rotations ready to rock and these guys ready to go next Saturday for the first regular season game. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments section. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.